Ego, you have to be very careful. Don't let our faith become yours. Beauty can attract the wrong kind of attention. He married me because of my beauty, and ever since I got pregnant and my body and skin color changed due to hormonal imbalances, it changed completely and turned into a chronic cheater, running after campus girls. A man who wants to marry you just because of your beauty is a red flag. I wished I knew, but now I am stuck. Once upon a time, in a faraway village in West Africa called Arepo, there lived a couple named Okeke and Chinelo. They were blessed with 3 beautiful daughters. Their youngest daughter was named Ifeoma, which means good thing. Her parents chose this name because they believed she was as precious as gold to them. However, Ifeoma's beauty was so striking and rare in the village that everyone began to call her Ego Oyinbo, which means pounds and dollars baby. This nickname reflected how the villagers saw her beauty as valuable and extraordinary. Over time, the shorter version of her nickname, Ego, became more commonly used. As Ego grew up, her beauty only became more dazzling and the nickname stuck. Eventually, everyone in the village, including her family, forgot her real name was Ifeoma. Whenever she introduced herself, she used the name everyone knew her by, Ego Oyinbo. The villagers would often say to her, "You are truly beautiful, like a rare gem," expressing their admiration for her unique beauty. And so, Ego became her identity, known and admired by everyone in the village. Her beauty was celebrated, and her presence brought a sense of wonder to the village. However, Ego was much more than just a beautiful face. She possessed a kind heart and a remarkable talent for creating stunning fabrics and sewing beautiful clothes. As the youngest of the 3 daughters, she admired and looked up to her older sisters, Adana and Chioma, who were also strikingly beautiful in their own right. Despite their shared beauty, each sister had their own unique qualities that set them apart. Ego deeply loved her family and was immensely proud of her sisters. She spent countless hours learning the art of fabric making and sewing from her mother, honing her skill with dedication and passion. Her creations were admired not just within her family but throughout the village. People marveled at the unique designs and flawless craftsmanship of her work. Ego's kindness was evident in her daily interactions. She was always ready to help her neighbors, whether it was mending a torn dress or creating a special outfit for a village celebration. Her generosity and talent made her beloved by everyone in the village, further enhancing her reputation. Despite her beauty and talent, Ego remained humble and grounded. She cherished the bond she had with her sisters, Adana and Chioma, who supported and encouraged her in all her endeavors. Their sisterly love was a source of strength and inspiration for Ego, driving her to continue improving her crafts and spreading kindness wherever she went. In every way, Ego was a rare gem in her village, not just for her striking beauty, but for her warm heart and incredible skills. However, as Ego grew older, she began to notice that beauty alone did not guarantee happiness. Adana and Chioma, her admired older sisters, had captivated the hearts of wealthy men who came from the city to marry them. Their beauty, which initially seemed like a blessing, turned out to be a double-edged sword. Ego witnessed her sisters' weddings, which were grand affairs filled with music, dancing, and promises of a bright future. The men who married Adana and Chioma had assured their parents that they would support the girls in furthering their education. But once they were married, these promises were broken. Adana's husband, despite his wealth, was unfaithful and often left her feeling lonely and abandoned. She spent many nights alone, wondering why her beauty had brought her such sorrow. Chioma's situation was even worse. Her husband was abusive and constantly accused her of infidelity. Chioma lived in fear and despair, unable to escape the torment she faced daily. Both sisters found themselves trapped in their unhappy marriages. They could not live because they lacked the skill or education to support themselves. independently. The bright futures they had been promised turned into harsh realities filled with disappointment and pain. Ego watched this event unfold with a heavy heart. She realized that the admiration and allure of beauty could bring as much sorrow as joy. Her sister's experiences taught her that relying on beauty alone was not enough. She needed strength, skills, and independence to navigate the complexities of life. This revelation shaped Ego's understanding of true happiness and the importance of being self-reliant. One afternoon, Ego packed few of her clothes to visit her sisters in the city. She first visited Adana. The mansion was beautiful, but the atmosphere inside was cold and sad. Adana sat by the window, looking miserable. "You have to be careful, Ego," Adana warned, her voice trembling. "Don't let our fate become yours. Beauty can attract the wrong kind of attention. He married me because of my beauty, and ever since I got pregnant and my body and skin color changed due to hormonal imbalances, it's changed completely and turned into a chronic cheater running after campus girls. A man who wants to marry you just because of your beauty is a red flag. I wished I knew, but now I am stuck. I can't leave." Ego nodded solemnly, understanding the depth of her sister's despair. Next, she visited Chioma, who had a bruise on her face and body from a recent beating. "Why don't you leave him, Sister Chioma?" Ego asked, tears welling in her eyes. "I have nowhere to go, and I don't want to be burden to our parents. Besides, they rely on the money he sends to them. I can't leave. I wish I did not marry him. He married me because of my beauty and shape. Now the shape is gone after the birth of my son, and now he turned to a beast, beating me at the slightest mistake," Chioma replied, her voice barely a whisper. Ego's heart ached for her sisters. She realized how trapped they were in their marriages, suffering in silence to uphold the family's financial stability. This stark contrast between the luxurious surroundings and their personal anguish reinforced her determination not to fall into the same trap. She vowed to carve out a different path for herself, one where she could be independent and free from such suffering. Ego returned home from visiting her sisters in the city, carrying an assortment of gifts, clothes, food, and other items her sister had given her. As she stepped into their small modest house in the village, her mother greeted her warmly. "Ego, you are back?" her mother exclaimed, her eyes lighting up with joy. "What did you bring?" Ego handed her mother the bags. "Yeah, Mama, these are from Adana and Chioma. They wanted to make sure you have everything you need." Her mother began to unpack the bag, smiling at the contents. Yet, despite the pleasant atmosphere, Ego's heart was heavy. She could no longer keep her feelings bottled up. "Mama, I need to talk to you," she said, her voice serious and filled with concern. Sensing the urgency in her daughter's tone, her mother looked up. "What is it, my child?" Ego took a deep breath, bracing herself to reveal the painful truth. "Mama, Adana and Chioma are suffering. Adana's husband cheats on her all the time," she confessed. Her mother sighed deeply and shook her head, a lot of resignation on her face. "Ego, you are still young. You do not understand anything about marriage yet. When you grow up, you will see that a woman must be strong and endure her marriage, just like I have." Confusion and frustration washed over Ego. "But Mama, why should they stay if they are unhappy?" she asked, struggling to comprehend her mother's acceptance of such misery. Her mother sat down and looked at Ego with a tired expression, the weight of her own experiences evident in her eyes. "Do you think I stay with your father because I am happy all the time? No, Ego, I stay because it is my duty as a wife and mother. We must be strong for our family. A woman must endure her marriage through it all. A woman must make her own work. In our tradition, when a woman aunt is given out in marriage, that is all. Oh, you are left alone to carry your burdens. That is why a woman must endure." Ego felt a wave of sadness and disillusionment. She saw her mother, a woman she deeply respected, enduring a life of sacrifice and unfulfilled dreams. The revelation was jarring, making her question the societal norms that accepted women to endure suffering in silence for the sake of family unity. This conversation marked a turning point for Ego, solidifying her resolve to pursue a different path, one where she could not be confined by the same expectations and hardships that had trapped her mother and her sisters. Ego felt a wave of sadness wash over her. But Mama, I don't want to live like that. I don't want to suffer like Adana and Chioma, she said, tears in her eyes. Her mother took her hand gently. Every woman has her struggles. Marriage is not always easy, but we must do what we can.